All right, ladies, we are here for Three Girls, One Track. I'm your podcast host, Afsa.
I am your host, Felicia.
And I'm Beth.
And this is Three Girls, One Track. We're going to be covering the Miami GP, including the sprint race this weekend. It is Cinco de Mayo. It is the celebration of the Mexican victory over France. Screw France for many, many reasons. But we want to celebrate that. This is also my beautiful, lovely roommate, Gabby, who is half Mexican, went to University of Miami and watched like half of this race with me. And I'm drinking her tequila today. So
Fabulous.
In honor of her, I'll be drinking her tequila. X apparently has an affinity for tequila that none of us knew about before this exact moment, before we started filming. And Felicia, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But has tequila, in the house. So instead of drinking our wine for this podcast, we decided to start the podcast with tequila shot.
Hello.
I have mine in a cute little copper glass.
All right, let me pour mine. I hadn't poured it yet. Don't judge me.
Boo.
Mine's in a little bottle.
She's in a bottle. Damn.
She's taking it to the head. All right, everybody, tink tink.
Glass close by.
Yes.
Cheers.
Clink. Oh, I'm gonna regret this.
Oh, I haven't taken a straight shot of tequila in a minute. Oh my Lanta.
Weak.
I was weak. I was weak. I let myself get surprised. I did.
Well, you want to talk about another surprise that came for us this weekend?
Go for it.
We're going to get into a little bit of our news. And imagine my surprise when I am not really paying attention to any of the pre-race antics. It was a very busy week for the kid. And I opened my eyes on Quali Day.
I did that right in the mic.
Almost nobody.
Sorry.
In their original liveries, colors, anything. So we're going to take a second to talk fashion, since for once we have something to talk about.
Do we want to call this fashion?
You know what? I'm going to call some of it fashion.
Sure, okay.
Some of it's fashion. Because I think some of this is good. I think some of the teams actually did a really good job.
Actually, I will, because I did message y'all about one of the ones I liked. So, yes.
One of them did a really good job. So let's talk through each of the team's special liveries, suits, whatever it may be. Before we get into every individual teams, I'm going to say something that I personally really enjoy about every single Miami GP. And it is two things. One, I love that Ferrari, every single time they come to the United States, changes their color. Because I think it's, one, really funny. And two, I have my own personal theories on why they don't want a bunch of Ferrari fans wearing red hats walking around the United States. But you might have other theories. Okay. My second reason is because everybody associates Miami with the pink and the blue. We often get a lot of unintentional, various LGBTQ flag representation on the grid, and I love that for the people. So we're gonna see some of that. Max Verstappen and Audi really said queer rights this week. So we're gonna go through it. All right. First, Cadillac. They were back on USA soil. They're a USA brand vibe. I thought this was like lame patriotism. I think it's lazy to do red, white, and blue when you come to the United States as your like fun, cool livery. But I'll allow it, I guess. And it was like entirely American flag themed. They had like stars and stripes for the front wing, which I mean, I think in Texas, so slow.
Why not?
Like, in Miami, we have so many more fun colors going on here that I'm like.
That is something I actually did notice. At one point, I saw a graphic while watching the race that said United States Grand Prix. And I was like, I thought this is technically the Miami GP, even though it is technically in the United States. It is the Miami GP.
Interesting. This is officially, this is the Miami GP.
Yeah.
This is that's kind of the whole shtick. Is this the Miami GP? And Austin is the United States Grand Prix. That's the Circuit of Americas. But yes, the official name of this is the Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2026.
Wait, and Vegas is what again? Sorry.
The Vegas Grand Prix.
The Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Gotcha.
With the sponsors in front of it, obviously. But we had some red, white, and blue action, which I think is a little bit lame. Sorry, Cadillac. It didn't do enough for me, personally. Next, we have the Racing Bulls. Now, they're described by F1 as loving life in lime. I'm concerned for the colorblind status of the F1 editors. I'm concerned. They even say
this makes me
launched
think
a striking yellow livery. So my follow-up question. Okay, so they're saying it's inspired by the summer edition Sudachi Lime Red Bull. So we have one of two options here. The Red Bull, the Racing Bulls, creative directors are blind. No, it's the Red Bull company. Because they are right. The Red Bull Lime, the summer edition, is sold in... Wait, this is so confusing. It is sold in green and yellow? I guess?
What are you talking about?
Okay, sorry. This livery and the suits that Racing Bulls did,
yes,
was inspired by the summer edition Sudachi Lime Red Bull. It's one of the flavors of Red Bull.
Got you. Okay.
They sell it. I'm seeing pictures of a yellow can and a green can, but I'm seeing way more green can energy here. Like, I'm seeing it as a green can for all of the lime ones. So I don't know, but I'm also seeing the Sudachi Lime as a yellow can. So I'm kind of confused. Yellow. But I don't know why they would make a lime drink a yellow can. That's besides the point. We don't need to get into their own color choices. I thought this was a fun thing to do for Miami. We don't have their race suits on this page because I'm not willing to go click on this DJ Khaled video, I guess.
Let's not.
But let's not. They did the yellow right at the crotch, which I was also confused. That one was a little confusing for me personally. I didn't really understand.
I feel like sometimes when they're designing these race suits, they really don't think about the anatomy of these drivers.
No, they don't.
Because there's always something. There's always something wrong.
Yes. Next up, we have Alpine saying they were getting into the yellow spirit because they were honoring their Argentine sponsors. It's a little slash of yellow. I would not call this an updated livery for Miami. So they don't get on the list for me with this. But I mean, they had it on the rear wing too.
Is that Allstate? Why are they shaking hands?
No, it's Mercado.
Isn't that Allstate?
That's not Allstate.
But no, isn't it Allstate where they shaking hands?
Yeah, but Allstate's shaking hands are differently designed.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
It looked like Allstate to me.
It's okay. Next, Mercedes decided to go purple.
Oh.
Thankfully, here's the thing. Do I like the purple? No, I don't like the purple. However, we need to remember what they were in the last time we saw them.
Yes, that's
what
true.
was that again? What were they wearing last time?
Suits,
the
wolf suits.
That printed.
Remember Toto
that was like that pink and brown and something else that they had?
No, that was last year. Although I thought it also looked bad last year. They were like
gray silver.
Yeah, it was like a gray and silver like wolf costume. You need to look up Mercedes Japan GP suit. You'll see.
Okay.
They were dressed as wolves, and I thought it was bad. This is better. Like, this is objectively better. Even if I don't like it. It is better.
It's from the race last year?
Last year's when they had the one you're talking about that's like pink and brown.
Okay, where did this Japan one, the wolf suit, come from?
So remember the last race we covered? Like, the last one that we watched for Formula One? Do you recall that we raced in Japan?
You're struggling a lot. I'm going to need you to pick it up.
Let me tell you something. Oh, okay. Okay, yes. I did not call it a wolf suit. Remember, I called it a skid mark.
Yes. The skid mark suits.
Yes.
This is an improvement. This is undoubtedly an improvement.
Is it?
I
looking like two big old Barneys.
And the thing is, I think looking like two Barneys at least makes sense.
That wine's kind of nice.
I understand what they were going for because it's Miami. The wolf one, I don't know what they were thinking.
They were probably trying to do like an anime theme or something.
No, they had a collab artist, and the collab artist fashion is very... It made sense with the collab artist. I just don't know why they chose to do that with the collab artist.
Herd chef.
Next up, we have Magenta Max, if it will load. Max did like a purple pink vibe, very Miami. Very cute. Very much not his usual style, but I thought it looked good.
That was cute.
I really like this helmet.
I thought it was cute.
The amount of sponsors he had on this helmet.
It's absurd.
That man rolls in money. I'm telling y'all. That man goes to school with a pillow full of dollar bills.
The fact that he's actually advertising Ford Racing is kind of crazy.
Heineken.
I mean, yeah. Ford and Red Bull are partners now. You know, that makes sense.
Jesus. Wells Fargo.
Like, even on the lip of his visor.
Yeah, who is that on?
In the verse.
Tag mobile. Verstappen.com, his own racing.
Even like Wells, I mean, he sold every piece of real estate on his helmet.
Oh, absolutely.
Every bit. Indeed.
Everybody needs a job.
Via Play. Jesus.
He's decked
and of
out.
course, Heineken.
Of course. We love a Max Verstappen Heineken commercial. He does great. It's some of his best work. Is the Heineken 0.0.
Yeah, no. We try.
Next up, Checo brought us out a little rose teal pastel. This is another example of inadvertent queer supporting of trans rights. Everybody did a lot of trans rights rep this race around.
Didn't even know it.
They don't know it, but I loved to see it. Shout out to the people. Thank you, Checo, for your support.
Amen.
Bottas
went full 90s, as they say, which I actually love. I love this a lot.
I like the Miami vibe, the Miami Vice vibe.
He hit Miami hard.
He did.
I like it.
So I thought this was really good.
Valtteri Bottas.
Ocon did a Miami vibe chrome.
Oh, wait. Bottas actually had his girlfriend help him design his helmet.
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, his partner. Sorry. That, they'd be picky about what you call them, but I think that's really cute. And I was like, a little joint effort.
Yes.
Sorry,
Ocon, it's okay. Ocon gave us Miami vibes. Bortoletto gave us more like sunsetty Miami vibes, which I thought was really fun and cool. Audi, again, together, did their trans rights suits. I actually think this is the best.
Really like these suits.
Of Miami vibes with your overall race concept without like just completely going like we are going with an entirely different look. So I thought this was
as
really
far
good.
As the race suit goes, I think Audi did the best job.
Yes, they look very swag.
Right?
They're very swag. So
and then even their I want to call it the bench. What are they called? The pit wall. They all even have the same little. Yeah, it's real cute. I liked it.
This is very cute. And Sainz, he did something. I guess he's gonna wear it at all three. It's red, white, and blue, so it does no interest me. I don't care about his American flag helmet. We'll see it again. I also guess Williams has a collab with Marvel that I also didn't care about.
I did not know that.
Didn't know, and I didn't care. Sorry. Charles did his baby blue look that he normally does when he comes to Miami. We've seen it before. No offense, Charles.
Yeah, well.
That was our looks. That was our tea. I do want to use this as a beautiful opportunity to segue to another piece of news from our well-dressed Audi boys. Did you guys see the Bortoletto Nico Hulkenberg commercial?
I did.
Felicia, you have not seen it, I assume?
For what?
So, Bortoletto and Nico Hulkenberg, they did a commercial for a hotel brand. I cannot remember what the hotel was. Let me see if I can find it. I cannot find this commercial on YouTube. What is going on? That is very strange. They did, so I'll just describe it. They did a commercial together for some hotel brand. I think I sent it to you guys. Hyatt. Thank you. Maybe I can find it now. But they did one for Hyatt. And as we talked about on our conspiracy theory video, there are a lot of people who like to ship Bortoletto and Nico on the internet, you know? And I think they're a very cute ship to have. You know, I think they lean into it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
We get this World of Hyatt, commercial with Bortoletto and Hulkenberg. And I'm just going to share it because it's only 30 seconds. And I think that it's fun and fun.
Okay.
And you'll understand why the shippers went a little crazy at this video.
Oh, yeah, I definitely haven't seen this. Oh, God. No, they did not. Oh, okay.
Share is even better when you share it.
So that's the commercial. Listeners, you should head to our YouTube channel if you wanted to see that little bite of deliciousness from Audi. One, I think it was a good commercial.
It was, but how is that not two lovers?
Felicia said,
Sugar daddy, sugar baby.
Everybody on Twitter was like, so we're doing sugar daddy Yowie now for our brand strategy.
You roll up, you get the, you got the note, you got the Prezi, you got the
flowers, roofs decked out just for you, baby.
Their marketing team knows what they're doing.
Exactly. Shout out to the Hyatt and Audi marketing. They said we love money. Mm-hmm. And if Yowie's what it takes, age gap Yowie is what it takes to make money, we love a check. And
listen,
I love that.
They have a millennial and or a Gen Z in those rooms. Yes.
Somebody is on Gab Nico Twitter and they are tracking it. But I love that for them. Mm-hmm. Somebody who is not participating in Age Gap Yowie this year because he has decided to hang up his hat in favor of a Kardashian is Lewis. We have to briefly mention, and I won't even get into all of it, Lewis spent this entire month-long break.
Oh, God.
Flashing up and down the blinds, the articles, the Instagram stories, the race streets, car drag racing with Kim Kardashian.
Coachella, going into the jewelry store.
Don't even get me started on Coachella. Coachella was nasty for us. It was a bad
the fact that it's now spilling over into the F1 press conferences is hilarious.
Asking him about his Coachella weekend.
How was Coachella? He said,
it wasn't me.
What? What's a Coachella?
I've never even heard of a festival.
Oh, he said, is Coach putting out a new bag?
Can I ask y'all about a theory?
Mm-hmm.
And this actually might lead into another piece of news that you may have.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Are you talking about what the Italian media is reporting?
I'm not aware. I try to ignore the Italian media to make it miss.
Media reporting?
Wait, maybe it's not Italian media then.
No, let's talk
about the prostitution ring.
I forgot about the prostitution ring. Good Lord.
And that there's a potential F1 driver could be included.
X. Okay.
Who asks?
They said X.
They said it was an X.
It's not a character. They said it's an X.
I was like, Lewis, this you? Is that why you had to pop out with your very high key, low key girlfriend to make sure that you weren't suspected of being the man? That's what my brain, because it all kind of happened back to back. So my brain was like
very timely events. Here's the problem, y'all. I don't think anybody on this pod wants to admit it, so I'm gonna be the first to say it.
No,
I think he likes Kim Kardashian. I don't think there's any plot. I think that man really likes Kim Kardashian.
And the thing
I think this is the first girlfriend he's had that he's liked since Nicole. Okay, I think he's back on his Nicole demon time. Instagram stories, vacations to the valley, blah blah blah.
He has been on the stories. Now, and haven't they been friends for a long time too?
Yes,
they've been friends for a while.
Yes.
So, oh my God, what if he just been sitting there crushing behind
kids? That is wild to me.
That's exactly. Like, you might have Thanksgiving where Kanye shows up. You can't have that because you're not going to post those family dinners. You know, you're not going to post Kanye on your story. Don't do that.
That is so
People
wild
barely
to me.
forgave you for the Brad Pitt of it all. You can't do.
Brad Pitt. Wait, what?
He beat the shit out of Angelina Jolie in front of his kids.
Who?
Brad Pitt.
Oh,
Brad Pitt.
Allegedly.
yes, he did.
Allegedly.
A legendary.
Anyway, allegedly aside, Lewis, we'll see, I guess. If you're gonna cut up it like this, at least give us a royal wedding out of it or something.
But imagine this man just been pining behind Kim Kardashian while all this nonsense is going on. Her getting married, her having multiple kids, her getting crazy. Robbed. And he's just over there in the corner, just in her phone, just, how you doing?
That would be crazy. If this has been a long con for Lewis, then I guess I'm glad you're happy.
I'm just saying, because he and Nicole broke up a while ago, and he's just...
You know what? Good for you, I guess, Lewis.
Bad for you.
Girl. Okay, well, our last pieces of news are the updates to the regulations. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So as we know, nobody was happy with the way that the F1 regulations were going. Everybody hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to take this month-long break to figure things out, and they've given us some changes. They have decided to step things up for us and do a little bit of changing. To recap, our main issues that we had prior to going into all of this, we were having issues with closing speeds. Shit was not really going well with like one driver slowing down, another driver going really fast. People had beef with the starts. Some people had problems with the starts. The batteries were overly complicated and causing an over-reliance on battery versus actual like drivers doing or not doing certain things. So nobody was happy. Everybody was unhappy. Everybody was having a bad time. So it wasn't good. They have given us some new rules, which I'm trying to find right now in case you can't tell that I am stalling as I try to locate them, because for some reason we feel a need to send 37 messages a day, but that is okay because I've somehow managed
gotta scroll through
to find them at some point. Of course I haven't. Anyway, one of the big things that it wanted to address was super clipping. Super clipping is that thing where like the drivers would be going really fast and then they would need to like slow down and they would need to like try and do some sort of like slow adjustment to get their lives together. And part of that was like the amount of energy that you can have in your car. They raised up the super clipping limit by like 100 kilowatts, so that should help drivers not have to come off the throttle. Basically, they can put more power into the car when they're going zoom zoom. They don't have to like come off the throttle as much. They also have longer deployment durations, so they can actually deploy the battery over a longer period of time. They made it so that you have a cap of the maximum energy recovery that you can do per lap down to 6 megajoules. I know that number doesn't mean anything. TLDR, it makes it so that you're not like coming off the throttle too much just to recover some energy towards your battery.
Okay.
You can
That's
now
the
do
whole lifting and coasting thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can now do active aero literally anywhere on the track. They increased the ratio between the ICE and the MGU-K. Essentially, there's a hybrid part, there's the combustion part. They had switched it so that the hybrid part was a way bigger percentage this year, and they switched that ratio back to favoring the combustion unit a little bit to try and give some like familiarity and also make it less battery reliant. And then again, just overall regulation simplifications to make it much less battery reliant in hopes that it would make better racing that was less like, I charge my battery, I deploy my battery, I charge my battery, I deploy my battery, so on and so forth. From my view, it looked like we had less of the charge deploy BS. So that's always good.
I'll say that. That's true.
We love that.
It's just, I think, and tell me if I'm wrong and I was just watching something stupid on TikTok. Are they going back to the old engines? The V or H or whatever they were, the V8s? No, is that it? No.
I saw a tweet from somebody saying that Ben Slam said that they were going back to the V8s.
But it would have to be after this regulation period, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I will believe Ben Slam.
Which is what, 4 years?
I believe it's 3 or 4 years.
Child, please.
I will believe Ben Slam when I see a fucking V8 engine in the F1 car.
Yes.
I don't care about a thing that man says until I physically see 8
Put eyes on it.
Yeah, I want to see 8 cylinders moving in and out of a car, and then I'll believe. That's what I'll believe that man.
Oh God. I mean, honestly, yeah.
I don't believe anything that man says. All right. Any other news, baddies?
Before we one.
Yes, tap us in.
Did y'all see that technically? Did y'all see that Italy is technically investigating F1 drivers for tax evasion?
I did. Let's talk tax evasion.
Let's go to this.
Listeners, in case you are not aware, some background for F1 and tax evasion. F1 as a sport.
Like this.
They're like this.
Locked in.
ICE, F1 tax evasion. The reason why these people live in Monaco is not because they're rich. It's not because they love the architect. It's because they don't got to pay taxes.
Yep.
That's why they moved to
That's
Monaco.
Why all of them live in Monaco.
Okay. Everybody who lives there, that's because they don't want to pay taxes.
Yep.
Now, they drove in Italy, as you know, many times a year. At least 2 normally.
Yeah.
And the Italian government recently opened up an investigation because if you are an F1 driver, I believe that it's if you make more than $50,000 while in the Italia.
Oh, while in Italy.
Yes. You have to pay taxes
Well, I mean, that's all of them.
Most certainly those men make more than $50,000 already. So they have not been paying those Italian taxes, apparently. I believe everybody but Charles Leclerc is under investigation.
Why not Charles?
Evasion. I think Charles maybe was paying his taxes.
I thought it had to do with him being a Monaco citizen, but I don't know why. I think I had to pull that from the depths of some
but it might.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
It might. I don't think so. I think it's because his team probably actually paid those taxes. Because
Ferrari might pay it.
Just a reminder, Charles Leclerc does not live in Monaco for tax evasion purposes. Charles Leclerc lives in Monaco because he was born there. Okay? He's the only one who didn't move there for tax evasion.
Hometown.
Okay? So I am certain that Charles Leclerc pays the taxes that he must pay.
Yes.
So he probably paid those Italian taxes. Or
the only taxes he got to pay.
If I'm the country of Italy, I go, the money Charles Leclerc has bought Ferrari, his taxes he owes the Italian government.
Especially because it's owned by the Italian government, partially, correct?
Ferrari?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I know Alpine's partially owned by the French government.
Oh, that's the one. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought it backwards.
They're owned by the little... every time I think of Ferrari, I always think... Not Ferrari. Every time I think of the owner of Ferrari, I always think of the Fiat. I don't know why. That's what comes to mind instead.
The Fiat?
The Fiat cars. Don't they also own
like
Fiat?
The little Fiat character from Cars. The movie.
No. There's a Fiat character in Cars?
Yeah, he's a really big Ferrari fan. His name's Luigi, and he's a huge Ferrari fan.
I will say I've never actually seen Cars, so...
What?
I don't actually think that whoever.
Oh my God, Felicia, no, Cars is so good.
I haven't seen any of those.
There's a Lewis Hamilton cameo in Cars.
The thing is, I know this. I've heard it. I've seen it. Whatever. I've just never sat down.
It's a Michael Schumacher cameo in Cars.
I'm aware. I just never sat down to watch the movie.
Okay, well, we need to. Lewis, Michael, Sebastian, and Fernando all feature in Cars.
Funny thing.
Seb was in it.
Funny thing.
Huh.
I also have not seen Cars.
Okay, cool, great. When we do this draft wrap up, and we do the
I feel like we were in like high school or college when Cars came out.
I feel like I've seen enough clips of Cars to say I've watched Cars. I just haven't actually watched the whole thing.
We need to watch Cars 1 and 2. I will not force you to watch 3. We are watching 1 and 2.
Oh damn! It came out in 2006, Bex. We were fully in like middle school.
I was aged out of that by that time. I was 14.
True.
I wasn't watching it.
It doesn't really matter. I would say we only need to watch Cars 2, but you kind of need Cars 1 to give you the context for why you care about the things that happen in Cars 2. So we'll be watching Cars 1 and 2.
Okay.
That is a character.
Tomater.
That is a character.
Without the tuh.
Without the tuh. Anyway, any other news?
References? That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Let's talk.
That's all, no more.
Let's talk Miami GP.
Bienvenido a Miami.
Miami. It is a sprint weekend. This was a tough weekend to come back, y'all. No F1 for a month. And then I got jumped right in on my lovely Friday.
Literally, like you were jumping into a gang.
Yes. So we had a sprint quali, a sprint, a quali, and a race that happened at a different time than I planned my weekend around.
Yeah, correct.
So we had a weekend. We had a time.
Yep.
But first, let's talk about sprint quali. Let's talk about SQ1. I have to say, I was very happy to see that they brought back the spinny wing.
The spinny wing?
Was anybody else excited for the spinny wing?
I might have been if I know what that was.
Don't know what the... So Ferrari and Red Bull both developed a wing. You know for DRS how the wing opens, right?
Yes.
Here's the wing, and then it opens like this.
Yes.
Miami and Red Bull have one that instead of just opening like this little flap does like a full rotation and then opens.
Oh.
And so it looks really swag when they open it because it goes like...
That's what you...
I love how none of us noticed.
They called it the Macarena
No,
wing.
I saw it, but I just didn't know that's what she was referring to when she said the spinning wing. That's why I said I might have been excited if I knew what you were talking about. And I technically was. So you were right. We were together. We were here.
The spinny wing was very Gorgiana, very cute, very fun. So I loved it. That was the main thing I was excited about for SQ1. I was really surprised to see how fucked the Astons are. For context, listeners, they didn't bring any upgrades. The Astons brought not one upgrade. And for a fun
really hard to upgrade a clusterfuck. Oh, I see it now. Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Exactly, it's fun. For context, the Astons were slower than an F2 car.
Yep.
Do we have to consider if Aston Martin is a money laundering scheme?
Yes.
Was that
considering
ever
all of their financial issues previously?
Was that a question, or I thought that was a fact everybody already knew?
I just don't understand why Lawrence Stroll would choose this avenue to launder his money via. So that's the only reason I think it's not a money laundering scheme.
Because I feel like F1 money is so hard to actually track.
That's true. That's a good point. They did have a whole ass diamond get stung off a car. And they were like, we just don't know where it went.
Was that in an ocean of love then?
No, that was in real life.
That was on the Ferrari, wasn't it?
I think it was on the Ferrari. I might have been a Ferrari. I don't remember. But
do you know what? Because what you're saying makes real. It came as soon as you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. But when you actually say something that ludicrous, you automatically assume it was in a movie. Because what do you mean?
Okay, I think you're also conflating the fact that I believe there was an Ocean's movie that was set at the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yes.
Like the Monaco Grand Prix was like the backdrop of the movie.
Wait, really?
Yes.
It might have been Ocean's 12.
Sure. I need to watch the Ocean's movies. Besides the
Jaguar in 2004 in Monaco.
Yes. Besides the point, I don't know why the Astons are so shit. Stroll ended up stopping on track because, of course, he did. And he ended up fucking one of Lando's laps. Fortunately.
Oh.
Lando ended up...
Okay, y'all, I was there. I was there. I was there.
What?
In 2004, Jaguar F1 team ran a special promotional livery at Monaco advertising the new released Ocean's 12.
Oh, okay.
That's why they had the diamond on the car. So we were there. We were just...
We had two pieces.
Yeah, two pieces. We just didn't know to get to put them together.
We didn't put them together.
Exactly. And then the diamond really got stolen and I have no clue where it is.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
Well, he got into a crash.
Yes. And the diamond was stolen.
And they got lost.
Yes. Lance Stroll ends up stopping. It fucks a couple people's laps, including Lando, so my fingers were crossed. However,
shameful.
He was very fast. So he managed to get it together.
That's one thing I have noticed about this weekend is that McLaren has got their speed back.
Yes, McLaren's back. They're back, baby. I'm not happy about it, but they're back. We ended up having Lawson, Ocon, Perez, Bottas, Alonso, and Stroll get knocked out in this SQ, I should say. This part of the weekend is where I started to get scared that we may need to have an uncomfortable conversation about Oscar Piastri.
What is the uncomfortable conversation?
I think that he is a fantastic racer. I am hopeful that he is just on a little bit of a downswing for the week. However, there is, in my opinion, no reason why, outside of team favoring in a championship year, Lando Norris should be beating your ass this bad. No reason at all. Wow. So I was taken aback this weekend because he should have done better.
Well, but I would say he did have a rough beginning to his season to begin with. Remember? He didn't race the first two races.
Yes, I forgot.
He didn't have a lap.
He only raced once this year. You know what? That's you make a great point.
That is so right.
You make a great point. He has raced once.
So this is literally his second race. And it's his second race in 3 months.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for bringing me back. Because I watched this whole
still a little wobbly.
What the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is going on? You're so right. He had one race in the fuck-ass cars, and then one race in the slightly less fuck-ass backstage. I sat here this whole weekend going, what the hell?
You were confused.
I was like, what the hell? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that was our SQ1. SQ2, as per usual, the middle queue, she never eats. She never gives you anything. All that we really got is that Leclerc did a good job. Shout out my baby. Charles.
Yay.
That's all we really had. There was a funny moment where Pierre Gasly tried to get into the queue for the pit lane, and Max Verstappen went, no. That was funny. There were some funny TikToks about it, but that was about it. That was the most exciting part of SQ2 because the Q2s never eat. Out in Q2, we had Bortoleto, Hulkenberg, Behrman, Albon, Sainz, and Lindblad.
Mm-hmm.
The likely few. Mm-hmm. And then we get to Squad 3. This is where all of my worst nightmares all start to come together. Okay. We have Norris going really fast. I hate when that happens.
Zoom, zoom.
We hate when that happens.
Yes. Zoom, zoom.
We had Norris beating Piastri. I hate when that happens.
Well.
We had a Merc on the front row. Hate when that happens. We had Lewis being out-qualified by George Russell.
Ugh.
Boo.
Wow.
Embarrassing.
Didn't like that. Didn't appreciate that part. But you know what? The one upside, I believe, I don't know if it's for the first time this year, but it's for the first time that I remember. Max ahead of Pierre Gasly. That's the small celebration I can have.
That is your victory? It's crazy.
That's all I have this year, okay? Until Red Bull fixes their shit, and until the FIA nukes those fucking Mercedes engine demons, this is all I have, okay?
Pierre Gasly.
This is all I get to have, okay?
Pierre Gasly.
This is all I get to be happy about, so... this is where I'm at.
Oh, pray for Max because he's struggling.
He's doing so. He's hurting, and but he did better this week. I think that if the first lap had not happened, we might have been on track for a win. Who knows? But we'll talk about that after the next 2 sessions of racing because it's a sprint weekend. We ended up with Antonelli splitting Norris and Piastri in that order. Then Leclerc, Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Colapinto, Hodger, and Gasly. Yay! All right. Up next, we have the sprint. What were your thoughts on the sprint, ladies?
The sprint was
decent-ish.
I don't know. for me, I was sort of like, oh wow, this is what I've been missing for the past month. It's all right.
It was lackluster for you.
It wasn't like there were interesting moments.
Mm-hmm.
My notes, but like they're very few. I don't have many notes for the sprint.
My notes for the sprint, one, it was that I think we took the first few weeks, and by first I mean 3 races that we had of this season for granted. I think that we let the Mercedes distract us from true evil, which is called McLaren. I think we forgot that Mercedes is low-level evil, you know, and we need to be focused on true evil, known as
High
McLaren.
level.
To me,
and Zach Brown.
To me, Mercedes is like Ellen, you know? We spent a good amount of 2020 being like, Ellen treats her staff badly. Ellen is not the nice, perfect lesbian we think that she is. Which
who thought she was?
May all be true. And we spent so long focusing on Ellen's problems that we forgot how necessary Ellen was in the ecosystem. To take down little clout demons, give them their 15 minutes of fame, a $30,000 check, and send them packing. Okay, now we have clout demons making careers out of being clout demons. The same way, maybe we needed Mercedes. To be a little bit evil to counterbalance the true evil that is the papaya fakeness. That was my thought this whole weekend was, I actually need Mercedes. You know what? Bring that Mercedes engine back. Let Antonelli coast the first place every single week if I never have to see Norris win shit again. Okay? I don't want to see.
Aren't you tired though?
No. I'm never tired.
But you know what, Afsa? The thing is, if it was Oscar winning, we wouldn't be as obsessed. We would not be as upset.
Love seeing Oscar win because here's the thing. Oscar is coated in papaya juice right now. You know? We can take him for a little bath, get the stickiness off his skin, and put him in some pajamas and put him to bed.
Lando's had a papaya
Lando
IV.
Is made out of papaya fruit.
Born and bred.
And there ain't no getting that papaya off that man's body.
As our family says.
And he doesn't want it off his body. He doesn't want it off his body, okay? And I love that for him. I hope that it brings him true happiness. I hope that he is happy and fulfilled in life.
Do you?
Coming second place on my screen.
Okay.
That's what I hope.
I'd rather have him not be on my podium, but okay.
Sorry, yes. 4th place.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all are doing too much.
I want him to still be well paid.
He won one race.
And a driver's championship.
No, they won the sprint and the pole. Okay.
But he won a driver's championship.
That's not technically his fault.
That's not his fault.
Technically everyone else's fault for letting him.
That's not his fault. Honestly, I fully blame Piastri for Lando's championship.
Me too.
Because I think that Piastri... And here's the thing. I love Oscar. I love Oscar so much. Oscar's one of my people. I love him.
Yeah.
If Oscar has some dick and balls, what Oscar would have done at that race when they said give Lando first place, he would have gone, okay. And he was Sebastian Vettel that shit. And he would have been like, I'm trying to let him by. He's not fast enough.
I need Oscar to be more cutthroat in regards to Lando. I need him to shake this off. I need Oscar to shake this shit off. If McLaren really has gotten their stuff together and they built themselves another rocket shit, let's say they did, I need Oscar to lock in.
He's not going to.
And make sure that he sees Lando in his rear view.
I love him, but I think that he's going to take a bit to lock in, and he doesn't have a bit.
I need Oscar to get pissed off. I'm sorry.
Well, he fired Mark Webber as his manager.
Okay.
I'm saying he doesn't have a fuck these bitches guy anymore. He got fired specifically for being a fuck these bitches kind of manager.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rumor. Is the tea is that Mark Webber was too
rough,
abrasive,
cutthroat
against.
I think truly, I believe.
Go ahead.
Oscar truly believes that McLaren will do right by him at some point. And he just feels like if he buys into the program, he will get his opportunity. The problem is, for me, I don't even know if we're not sure. I think McLaren's had a great weekend. I don't know if this will continue for them. There's a good chance and a possibility that they could be screwing up again very easily. There's a chance that everyone else gets their act together and McLaren is still, because the one thing about McLaren winning is that they actually didn't solve any other issues. They just got a championship. And so sometimes they always say sometimes losing does more to help you win than winning does. And so I truly believe like they did not learn anything. I don't think they took anything from last season. Just going to continue doing the stupidity that got them there, thinking it worked once, let's run it back. And I don't know if there's a guarantee that there's not a guarantee that McLaren will be at the top of Drivers' Championship or Constructors' Championship. Oscar thinks that McLaren will, and when they get back to that pinnacle, he will get his chance. I truly believe he thinks he's biding his time. I just need him to realize that Oscar, that's not how the championship is. That's not how a champion is made. When you look back at all, I'm so sorry. At least for the ones that I've seen, every champion has been a dickhead. Truly. Like, all of them. When you go back, Max, dickhead, Lewis, Nico, Sebastian, like Alonso. When you start going through, I mean, I can't run through all of them right now, but I'm just saying, like, you need to have a little bit of that dickhead in you to be like, this is what I want, I'm going to go take it. Oscar needs some of that. Don't just think your team is going to help you.
Well, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I feel like if he got fired for being too abrasive, I think he should have kept Mark Webber. Because someone in his camp needs to be abrasive. He's not.
You need a person who can tell your team fuck you.
Yes.
Like,
especially if you know you're never gonna do that, you need someone in your corner who will
brings like fuck you, pay me energy. You know, like Max has fuck you, pay me energy, but even if Max didn't, you know who definitely does? Max Verstappen, for damn sure, right? Like Lewis's dad back in the day
wasn't playing games.
Crazy. Like it's very simple. You have to show them that it's fuck you, pay me, and then maybe eventually they realize why they should be paying you. But you got to get there.
I'm waiting for Oscar's villain arc. I need him to have a villain arc. No, I want a villain arc for Oscar.
No, it's not a villain arc. It's that
no, I want him to have one.
I'm the best driver. I can bring the best out of this car. I'm going to go and take what I want. That's it. Yes. I don't think you need like a villain arc.
I want him to have one.
You just need to have the wherewithal to know that your team, Zach can promise you to give you everything from here to Kingdom Come. But Zach also doesn't have the ability to give you everything. Nope. Like at some point, you are just going to have to go out there and take it and just drive and screw them all. Screw the other drivers, screw Lando, hell, maybe even screw Zach.
I want to see Oscar's wheel on top of Lando's head. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I want to see.
I stand with my canceled wife, I guess. Sure, Felicia.
Wish to see a tire atop Lando's head. Yeah.
Well, we'll let you sit with that one, listeners and viewers.
That's why I want the skid mark.
Okay, Felicia.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
The only other, I had two other notes from this this sprint that I thought were notable. One,
we're still on the sprint. God damn,
still on the sprint, bro. One, I think that any time that Lewis and Max have their toxic yaoi relationship, I'm a little bit entertained. I think it's funny. I think they are two very funny people, and they're even funnier when they were like wheel banging and fucking. Max, he pushed me.
They were just going back and forth.
They were doing their normal, nothing crazy, just their normal thing.
I said, let me read y'all my note.
Oh God.
For Max and Lewis fighting. ... 4-6. ... Sad.
Yeah. Physically painful. Physically painful to watch
six play.
No,
I was like,
I'm like, that hurts.
Not sad.
On this note, and I'm only going to give this 30 seconds because it was a blatantly stupid statement from George. George was saying, oh, if I had had a top caliber car back in like 2020, 2021, I would have already had multiple championships by now. And I'm like, George, you cry at Max like slightly pushing you off. Lewis and Max were trying to fucking kamikaze each other on a daily basis.
Send each other into the stands.
What do you think this is? Like, you are not built for the kind of fuckery that these two were doing in 2021. Okay?
No.
Just sit there, enjoy your dominant car that your 18-year-old teammate manages to beat you in almost every single weekend. You have bigger things. Why are you talking about Max and Lewis?
You're getting your ass handed to you by an 18-year-old.
You have bigger priorities. I really don't get it.
Get it together.
He needs to do a Nico Rosberg, and he needs to go laser focus. Eat Cheerios. Stop having sex with your wife. Focus on the championship. Okay.
Wait a minute. Why is Carmen catching strays now?
No, I love Carmen, fashion queen.
Girls just trying to have a little skincare line.
Love the skincare line. Maybe we'll see how the skincare line pans out. But I'm talking about the fact that Nico Rosberg in 2016, he said, I need to lock in. And so I believe that he cut, I can't remember what it was he cut out of his diet specifically, but it was like a weird, like, Brosades Easter egg thing. I can't get into that right now. But he also said that he stopped having sex with his wife.
That's crazy.
To help hone his performance.
He wanted to be raged out.
Yes. Focus, George. Okay? We don't have time for you to be reminiscing about what if. My other note after, Norris wins the sprint, and then, honestly, I don't even remember who ended up on the podium with him because I didn't care. Piastri and Leclerc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that for them. Russell and Verstappen came in 4th and 5th because Antonelli got a 5-second penalty for track limits.
Poor Kimmy.
Poor Kimmy.
Poor Kimmy.
My main, honestly, most important to me note from this sprint, because I want to ask you two questions.
Oh, God.
Who is the primary sponsor of the F1 sprint?
Gatorade?
Thank you, Bex. Felicia, you see how you couldn't tell who the primary sponsor of the F1 sprint is? Brand integration for the sprint is horrible. Okay? When they announced...
Where are they?
When they announced the fact that they were going to be sponsoring the sprint, I went, oh my God, yay! This means we're going to get Gatorade buckets dumped on them. We're going to get a Gatorade trophy thing. Nothing. There were 3 Gatorade signs above, like, the podium area. And I even had Gabby come in when they started the zoom out, and I went, tell me whose brands you can see on the TV as they're zooming out. Couldn't see fucking Gatorade anywhere. It pissed me off so bad, because I was like, not only is this a sprint race, so it should be Gatorade heavy, it's a USA sprint race. It should be Gatorade DM. Where are the sponsored videos getting the drivers to try flavors and try to guess which flavor it is? Where is the poly market betting on which color they're going to dump on the winner of the sprint? Okay?
Because come on.
There's money. There's money.
There's so much. Simply the bucket dump.
What's a gas?
Simply the bucket dump.
I was watching the fake podium, which they actually added more oomph to. The podium literally just used to be a photo, but they now at least have them like driving up and a backdrop. And I was like, okay, cool. Where's the Gatorade part of this kit and caboodle? I was waiting for somebody to come out with a bucket to dump on Lando Norris. Nobody did it. And I'm like, what? The Gatorade brand integration is so bad. I do not understand what Gatorade's doing. Put me on the Gatorade marketing team today, and I will have a bucket of purple Gatorade to fuck everybody's poly market bets dumped on Antonelli next sprint race. Okay? I don't understand what the fuck they're doing.
I don't know. Like, Gatorade is so good at it. Like, everywhere. They're American football.
They're a great brand.
You don't see nothing but Gatorade.
They're a great brand. And I think another problem is that F1 has so many sponsors involved as both team, like direct team stuff, as well as driver sponsor. But like, you can't have Max Verstappen win a sprint race and then drink a Gatorade. He can't drink it publicly. He cannot publicly drink Gatorade. So like, you can't have him do that, right?
No.
So I get that perspective, but my thing is, I'm like, Guys.
My thing is, if they're a sponsor, something. Put a G on the car.
I don't care about putting a G on the car. My whole thing is, it's the sprint race. So the post-race kit and caboodle should be Gatorade themed.
Yes.
Heavy.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing? So that was honestly the main thing I noticed from the sprint race is I was going, where's the brand integration from Gatorade? Beyond slapping
That's what you were
your
worried
name,
about?
Yes, beyond slapping your name on a couple of signs around the track,
Mm-hmm.
how do you remind people that it's the Gatorade Miami Sprint?
The only reason I remembered is because I think we had the same conversation last year.
Yes.
And you engraved it in my brain.
I'm so pissed. I was excited when they announced it last year. When they announced it, I went, I am excited to watch an F1 driver get Gatorade dumped over their head. Because you
talked about the betting. I definitely remember you talking about the betting.
Yes, the poly-market betting. I don't even use that bullshit. And I still want to see it. It pissed me off so bad. God. Oh my God.
But yeah, it had nothing to do with F1. It had everything to do with you. That's the only reason I knew it.
Yes, I might DM the F1 account today and tell them, I'll give you some free advice.
DM Gatorade.
I'm going to do both.
Get your shit together.
I'll do the group chat.
Not a group chat.
I'll do the group chat.
Oh my God.
Any other race thoughts? Sorry, I should say sprint thoughts because we still haven't gotten to the race.
Can I ask? Because I never got clarification, and this was also my fault. Why was Kimi so slow at the start?
I think this is just more of those like boost, turbo, heat, fucking engine issues.
Okay.
Like that's on their always bullshit. Struggles at the start.
He doesn't have bad starts.
He has bad starts, but it was. I was like, is he frozen? I mean, the way they just carved him right up. I was like, oh, you're getting left behind.
You know what? We didn't talk about it because I think it's so laughable that honestly, I was questioning even talking about it until it had more legs to it. There is rumor that Formula One is considering giving a helper boost to drivers who get stuck at the start due to their like turbo issue that they've been having. I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
What is a helper boost?
There's like they'd give them like an extra boost so they're not as slow off the line for safety reasons. And I'm like, there are so many reasons in F1 history that you could be slow off the line. Why do we suddenly care that it's because of your bad regulations? How do I
know this year's regulation changes were ass?
And also, I'm not gonna lie,
the viewer care whether somebody's slow off the line because they stalled or because they didn't get their turbo heated up? Those look the exact same to me, the viewer, and I'm going to be going, oh, why did Max Verstappen go really slow and then all of a sudden pick up speed, and Valtteri Bottas just sat there, and they're going to go, well, we couldn't give a boost to Valtteri because it was a stall. Max had a turbo issue, so we gave him... That's stupid.
No, that's dumb. That's dumb.
So I hope they don't do it. If they do it, I will be slandering Formula One on this podcast weekly.
More than you already do?
It could go up.
Oop.
It could go up. It could always go up. All right, let's talk quali. We can keep it short. We can keep it sweet. Once again, the Aston Martins are slower than an F2 car.
Oh my God.
Tragic.
Somebody help them. Somebody help them.
Overall quali thoughts, which is once again, Oscar always finds a way to put himself in a situation. He almost got out in Q1.
Yeah.
He was okay in the rest of the Qs.
Like, who almost knocked him out? Was it Arvin?
Lindblad, yeah.
It was Lindblad.
I was like, Oscar, girly pop.
When they said, is he gonna knock? I said, Oscar, are you about to get knocked out by a rookie?
That was painful. That hurt me.
Yeah.
My only other note from the entirety of quali that I cared about was Bortoletto's brakes caught on fire.
That's what my other note.
I hate that. On fire. I hate that for him. Hate that.
What else do I have? I said, and quite uneventful.
Yeah.
Especially in comparison to a sprint quali. The sprint quali, at least SQ3, like that last minute, it was kind of like the way everyone was jockeying for pole. That was quite interesting. Quali for the race? Quiet. I mean, they were pretty much set with 5 minutes left. I think it was like literally it was the same order. I think there was maybe a couple people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as interesting.
I'm curious if F1 would ever explore a like blended quali format where like I know they like the queues. I support having the queue structure. Sure, it gives you more content. I wouldn't be mad at a one lap shootout in the queue format. Like Q1, everybody does a one lap shootout. Bottom 6 drop. Q2, you get another shootout. Q3, you get another shootout. Like, I just think that there's a lot of dead meat that could be cut out. And I am on team, give me long ass Formula 1 sessions. I don't really care. Like, I am not with Stefano Domenicali, who's like, we should find ways to make the races shorter. I disagree. I think that's stupid. Like, I think that's dumb. I think that's stupid. Sprints are already drastically unpopular because nothing can happen in 30 minutes. That, like, I think it's very obvious that, like, the long format is what makes it good.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think the risk and the danger is also what makes it good. I personally think that while I do love to see them set a banker lap and then actually push for it, I think there's a lot more intrigue to be had if you always have to push for it. Mm-hmm. You always have to do your best lap because that's all you got.
That's all you got. You just got one lap. That's it.
I think it would be nice. You know what I think they should do?
Oh, God.
No, it's not going to make any sense. Actually, yes, it
will.
What is it? 10 minutes. Ahead. 10 minutes for SQ1. 8 minutes for SQ2. 5 minutes for SQ3. You better go and get this shit done.
That pit lane would be a mess.
And?
That pit lane would be
to be honest, here's the problem I have with F1. Truly, I think it's an actual issue. I want chaos with F1. I don't want structure. I don't want order. I just want chaos. And so F1 likes to pretend that it's an orderly functioning
when
sport.
It's a clusterfuck.
No, it is. Like, they try to do that. And so, but what they don't seem to understand is the more orderly it is, the less appetizing it is, at least for me. I really wanted them to keep the race at 3:00, and if it gets rained out, let's go. Let's if we have
many thoughts on the race.
If we have 5 people finishing the race, 5 drivers, okay,
that's fine.
That's great.
If 10 cars get knocked out at the start line,
we are a civilized sport. We need to change the time so that our drivers don't, and it's not a mess.
Mind you, the rain missed the track. It didn't rain at 4 p.m. on the track. They got more rain at the time they ran it than they would have if they kept it.
Well, you see.
If I may use this as our segue to the race.
Yes, please.
They pushed the race up by 3 hours. First and foremost, very inconvenient for me, who was at brunch when the race started. Delicious Lebanese, Syrian, Mediterranean food. Ooh, Shout out Allah in Bethesda and DC. Very good.
Yum. That's not the place you took me to, is it?
No.
Okay.
We went to, I want to say, Agora?
Yes.
Maybe. Yes, we went to Agora. I personally have beef with moving the race for anything other than factually race-ending scenarios. For example, if a hurricane was coming, you can't race in a hurricane. If you have a severe thunderstorm where lightning was going to strike within a certain radius of the track, agreed. Because then locality law dictates you must stop the race, right? And everybody must shelter inside. So I will give you that. That is not what appears to have been forecasted. What appears to have been forecasted was just heavy downpour. And my response to that is, are you aware that you pay Pirelli money to make wet tires? They're bad. Don't get me wrong. Wet tires are ass, okay?
But you asked them to make it, and now you don't want to use them?
But you pay them to make it, and then you go, but we will not race in any race condition that we are aware requires. And I'm like, then stop paying Pirelli to make them.
Why do you have Pirelli make
because you will cancel
start racing indoors then, if that's the case.
Next.
Hey, if you're scared of the weather, why are you racing outside?
You know what?
I'm confused.
You know what? Sure.
All tracks need to be covered now.
I'll take it. But it is just a laughable concept to me that you refuse to race in conditions where your wets are most optimal, right? The other reason the wets are bad is because we simply don't race in conditions that require them anymore. So any team that chooses to do it looks stupid as fuck, right? If it was torrentially downpouring, shit, we're all on wets because we can't drive without it. I feel like there is a tendency to cite driver safety when what you really mean is logistical difficulties you don't want to deal with. You don't want it to be torrentially downpouring in case race attendance drops and drops your in-race concessions and merch and whatever buying. That's what you really don't want. Okay? That's why you move the race. Not because the drivers won't be able to drive in those conditions. Might I add, in places where we expect it to always be racing, like Japan, all of a sudden we can race in a hurricane fucking rain. All of a sudden, it don't matter that nobody can see because you know that the people bought their race tickets knowing that might happen. So they're going to show up if it's raining or not. That's part of the appeal of the Japan GP is it's probably going to rain.
But I'm not going to lie. I would expect in May in Florida for it to be raining.
It's hurricane season, ain't it?
I'm not going to lie. No, it's not. Not yet June. But
Child, I need to act
you
like
know
I live in the South.
what if we race during a hurricane?
That'd be pretty badass. I ain't gonna hold you. There's a hurricane at Coda.
Don't force anymore to do that.
Fine.
Whatever, party.
Maybe with the downforce, maybe we could have done that. But these new days, I don't think we could do.
Those things will be flying off the track.
Exactly. But my main gripe, one, I think that I am fundamentally, like on a principles basis, I'm fine with not racing in heavy rain. Yeah. I think then having a wet tire and pretending like it's an option is just stupid, right?
It is.
Say that you're only going to race in light rain. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
And you'll use your inters or whatever.
Use your inters and you avoid heavy rain. Mm-hmm. I just think that they're a little bit lazy with it. I also, my personal thing that makes it so that I just can't believe it's for driver safety is that I watch Formula One. I'm sitting here watching you people let Pierre Gasly drive by a fucking on-track tractor with no visibility. Since it have killed drivers before, and you're like, that's a non-factor. But then you go, but we can't race in a drizzle in Miami. And I'm like, so Pierre Gasly can almost kill himself in the car. And you're like, you shouldn't have said that on air, Pierre. You shouldn't have said
that. He did get in trouble for saying that,
got in trouble for saying, these bitches almost killed me.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, the rain's just going to be too... Bitch. Please.
Also, act like you know F1 fans. F1 fans are going to be in the fucking rain.
I love rain.
I don't know about Miami fans.
You make your point. I'm not paying $150 for a hot dog and sitting in the rain.
To be honest, that's what I'm saying. I don't think any of the GPs in the United States would ever get people to attend. Maybe Austin, US. It's a little bit
in
more
the rain.
rugged.
Yeah.
Miami tickets and Las Vegas tickets are too dang expensive to be sitting out in the rain.
I agree. Also,
too expensive.
I think the thing that makes the U.S. races good for business, which is they are well integrated in the cities that they're hosted in, and the general region they're hosted in, also makes them bad races to be in the rain for. Why the fuck would I sit outside on the Las Vegas Strip in the rain for this race when I can walk a mile to my beautiful hotel and watch the race, right? Whereas like, if I'm at the Austrian GP, by the time I know it's gonna rain, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm already here. To get home, who knows how long it's gonna take me to get out of here? I might as well sit in the rain. Like I can't imagine being at the Hard Rock Stadium and being like, I'm just gonna sit here. No,
I will say Austin
out in the boonies.
Austin on the boonies, but it's like the circuit. It's like a thing versus just like here is a track in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's like a whole of entertainment.
And F1 isn't the only racing that happens on the Coda track either.
That's true for many of the tracks, but I more so mean that for the US tracks, they've built entertainment venues that have racetracks in them.
Oh, okay.
Right? So fundamentally, even if they're in the boonies, like, they aren't the Red Bull Ring that is literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, just
they aren't the Dutch Grand Prix that is literally in the middle of
literally in the
like they
mountains.
They actually have like concerts at Coda.
Exactly.
They do.
Yes.
They do.
So like it's like for Monaco, why would I sit out in the rain in Monaco when I can go to my house 30 feet away from like
and just look out the window?
Yeah, similar thing where it's like I don't need to do this out here. I think that is a benefit and a price. It's like I also wouldn't sit out in the rain at Las Vegas because I'm on the Strip. I can just go to a restaurant and watch it on my phone. I like.
I spent $5,000 for a day to watch the race, to sit in the rain. I'm sure I have a little bit more to go dry off. Go sit at a nice restaurant and watch it on TV.
Exactly. So that's me. I wish they raced in the rain. They didn't race in the rain. My only other note is that for some reason Mercedes didn't bring upgrades. Couldn't tell you why, but Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari did.
I'm not gonna lie. Where were the Ferrari upgrades? I wasn't seeing them.
I didn't see them do. You know what? I think that these upgrades helped them keep up with everybody else.
Yeah, I will.
They didn't help them surpass anybody else.
They weren't getting left behind like they were the first 3 races, but and it might have just been driver error because what Charles was doing, I don't know. How you go from the podium to 5th, like that. I mean, I feel like they need a little bit more time.
He got a penalty with Matt, but they both got penalties, so it did not matter.
Excuse me. Thank you.
I have my own theories for why, Leclerc ended up losing places, and it actually goes back to my original thesis statement about this season of F1.
Oh, God.
Which you two didn't appreciate, but I think is true.
Go on and say it.
Once again, we are characterized by Leclerc's antics and George getting cucked constantly by his 18-year-old teammate. This race held true to my thesis statement. It happened again. That was why Leclerc lost the places, and that's why George gained the places. It's because George was sitting his ass in 5th or 6th, going an 18-year-old's dragging my ass up in first. I gotta move and shake. So George made up those damn places right at the end, going, I can't go out like this.
I mean,
because while I don't like George as an off-track personality,
it's embarrassing.
I don't particularly like him as an on-track personality. He doesn't purposely embarrass himself. So give him the opportunity to make up the places. He's gonna make up the places because you gotta make up the places.
Something. Do something, George. Do something, George.
Speaking of embarrassing oneself, we start the race. Y'all, this hurt me. For context of the experience I had watching this race, again, the race started in the middle of me at brunch. I've had maybe 3 mimosas. I've diligently been off of Twitter because I know that I can't go on Twitter and not see the race. I go to the bathroom. I open up my phone, and I'm going on Twitter to go check my heated rivalry group chat.
You know better than to have gone on Twitter. You know that.
I open Twitter, and the first tweet I see before I can click on messages is Verstappen spins at. I handed Gabby my phone for the rest of brunch and went, take this away from me. I can't look at this.
No more.
Please. It almost ruined my whole brunch. But anyway, Leclerc, great start. Kimi, bad start. Nobody's surprised there. We talked about it. Max somehow gives a little clip to Leclerc, I should say. Does a full 360 because Max is very good at making sure that his car spins back the right way. He has special technique for that. So that's all we can cheer for, I guess. Yeah, he does. He puts full throttle on, which helps. Like, if you're spinning out, obviously your first reaction is like, fuck, let me not crash. Max slams the throttle, and it gets his car right back into proper spin. That's what?
Max, you know what?
Because if you just let it ride, it's going to ride.
True.
And you're going to crash. Besides the point. Max spins, so he drops far back.
Down, down, baby.
He's on your draft team, girl. This was almost bad for you.
I don't care. I decided I don't really want to root for him. So,
bitch,
I got 2 Mercedes. I don't care. I don't need you. Trifling.
You know what? I mean, Bex makes a great point. Bex is killing us in this draft.
And I got a McLaren. So,
yeah, Bex is literally destroying us in this draft.
Wiping the board.
But Bex is destroying us in this draft. But yes, Max drops back, and we end up having also Colapinto and Lewis make contact.
Which, what?
Lewis shouldn't even be back.
So sad.
Right? He literally should not even
What are you doing there?
Where Colapinto can touch him. What the fuck are we talking
about? An Alpine? You're fighting with an Alpine? Ooh. Scary.
Literally
jump scare.
Hellish. Literally hellish. Russell manages to get past Piastri. Slay. Leclerc's out in front. Love that for him.
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing what they're doing. Sorry, what'd you say?
I was rooting for. I thought it was looking like Charles may, and then may be able to do some.
I think Antonelli, 1, has the fastest car on the track. That's the first thing. 2, he's baby goat, so he has some talent. And 3, which I feel like people keep forgetting, he has Lewis's old garage.
Yeah,
he does.
He inherited all.
He has Bono in his ear.
Right, he's got that. He's got Daddy in his ear telling him how to get it together.
Well, when he's not spilling tea on his lap.
Yes. So I personally think that, I think Antonelli's pretty much got it unless George manages to get something together. I think we're in an Antonelli year. I'm crowning my baby goat.
I mean,
youngest world champion F.
I think it's so funny to see
would it be
all
him?
of these.
It would be.
Yeah. To see all the commentary of everyone being like, poor George. This man booted out a 7-time world champion thinking he was going to be the number 1 driver just to come and be
just for an 18-year-old to come swipe it out.
Guy. That's the problem with George, is that George is not that guy.
But
and he was in a position where he needs to be
that guy.
But he thinks he is.
And he thinks he is. But at some point, you need accurate self-perception so you can become that guy.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's the problem.
Because if you think you are that guy, if you think you are that guy, you think there's a less of a hill for you to climb. Versus if you feel like, okay, now I got to put in work because I'm not that guy, but I think I have the potential to be that guy. Let me go to work.
Exactly. So
also, I'm not gonna lie, that's what Oscar's missing too. But Oscar's a little bit different in that I don't think Oscar thinks he's that guy. Well, anyway, let's just move on.
I don't think Oscar thinks he's that guy any more than all F1 drivers do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so that was hurtful to me, to watch Max drop back. Charles and Antonelli are fighting for the lead. They're going bop, 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 bop. And then Isaac Hodger crashes into the wall. I hate this for him. For context, he also got disqualified from quali. We didn't talk about it because, honestly, I didn't find this out until I was watching the race that he got disqualified from quali.
What happened?
I think that he fucked up something time-wise. I don't really know because I didn't really care. He's okay. He was just really frustrated.
He was so mad. I was shocked to see him. I was like, whoa, calm down. But then I realized when I first saw him crash, I just saw him crash. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, the way I saw him crash, then we see the other crash that happened simultaneously. I think he's mad at the other driver because the other driver crashed into him, causing him. Then I realized it was basically a self-inflicted wound. So then I understood the frustration a little bit. He clipped the wall.
Yeah,
and it made him crash.
As for the other...
Literally driver error.
Yes. The other crash, which was a little funny and interesting, Gasly and Lawson. Gasly was turning, thinking he had passed Lawson. He had not passed Lawson.
Nope.
They crashed a little bit, and it flipped Gasly's car upside down.
All the way over.
and then he bounced to the barriers. Now, my question on this is I'm always really curious about how the roll hoops work, because this just didn't seem like crazy enough of a crash to cause the car to flip over, given the roll hoop. So I'm always curious how the roll hoops work, because I'm like, this feels like the exact kind of crash the roll hoop would have stopped from being a rolling crash.
Yeah, I think when I saw him flip over, I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh. Because it really just seemed like it was like
he rolled over his tire.
But
yep, that's
so like literally his back tire lifted and like their tires rubbed each other and he went.
That'll do it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see where their tires
when I see it looks like more like a clip. And then
his their tires literally touched and they were on top of each other.
I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty gnarly though, I ain't gonna hold you.
Literally crazy. This also ends up putting Lawson out just like a lap or two later after the safety car restart.
Because he got wing damage, right?
He also got damage.
Yeah.
The restart was T. You know, they were 3 wide in a corner. Bitches were locking up. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing too crazy happened. The people who were in front stayed in front. Nothing crazy. Then we start my least favorite piece of Formula One, which is edging me about rain. I don't like to be edged in any part of my life, especially not during Formula.
What is wrong with you?
I don't like to be edged while I'm watching my Formula One. We don't need to be sitting here every lap going, the rain's coming in 19 minutes, the rain's coming in 18 minutes, the rain's not coming, the rain is coming. It's okay. Honestly, this is why I think that it is a loss to F1 that we stopped talking to the pit wall during the race. Mm-hmm. I understand 2021 was a crazy year. I get why we stopped.
Wait, why did we
Tell
stop?
me why.
Because they were fucking cutting up, acting a damn fool all in 2021. The same reason we stopped having them be able to call the race director and ask him questions.
Because
they were doing too much.
And like Christian were fighting, like basically.
Yeah, they spent 30 minutes of the broadcast going, fuck that short ass bitch, fuck that tall ass Nikki. It's just ridiculous. It's like, okay, let's focus back on what's going on. And so, like, they don't do because Bex, you remember, they used to have the team principals phone in during broadcast and just yap for 10 minutes.
And they loved going to Christian.
They loved, because
they did.
Christian loves to yap. Like,
and Christian will be talking about everybody. We'll be shitting on everybody. I'm like, sir, talk about your own driver. He'll be talking about everyone. I'm like, this is ridiculous, actually.
Yes, but that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying, like, that's you know, that's what's going on.
But it that would be hilarious. Now I do remember. That's what I'm saying. Bring back some chaos, dude.
But yes, like,
wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So when Toto was screaming "No, Mikey, no," was he actually talking to Mikey?
No, I don't think he was talking. No, yes, he was.
Yes, he was. He was on the phone.
Yes.
He's like, no, Mikey, no, this is
so wrong, Mikey, no.
He was on the phone, yes. I realized you weren't there for that. He was on the phone to Michael. He was on the phone going, you know what has to happen. And Michael's like, it's car racing, Toto. We went car racing. It was crazy.
Don't bring it up. I'm tired.
Bitches used to fight on the phone on broadcast.
Almost called Mikey something ignorant.
Like, they used to fight on broadcast. Like, it was
That's
crazy.
Hilarious.
It was crazy because you'd call the race director being like, well, obviously this other guy needs a penalty. And they'd be like, we're taking a look into it. And they'd be like, well, like when Toto was like, Mikey, I've just emailed you about the crash. And Mikey's like, I don't check my email during races. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Toto in the garage.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They used to act crazy on these phones.
On the phone, yeah.
On the phone, on broadcast. They used to act crazy. So I understand why we no longer have team principals phoning in direct to broadcast.
Do you? I feel like that would be wonderful. I think they need to bring that back.
I get it, but I do want it back.
Hello?
get these like stupid like cutesy little
rep
like
quotes.
they do that for sometimes for like the sprints, but it's usually like not sprints, qualities. Sometimes, especially Zach. I know Zach sometimes likes to have his little commentary, which is kind of annoying.
He always feels the need to have commentary on something.
He knows.
A mess.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Zach Brown. I'm tired. So that's my main reason why I'm like, I don't need them to bring it back because I know that they will get Zach Brown on the line.
Yes.
And I don't need to see that, personally.
Nah.
So we can leave
what
him
I do need them to bring back, though, is cameras in the drivers and team principal conferences.
Yes. We've been on the record before saying that was great and we need it back.
I'm just going to keep saying it until it comes back.
Wasting your breath.
I agree.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna start a petition.
We should.
I'm
gonna be real for you guys. I did not find this to be a particularly intriguing rain situation going on here. It started drizzling. People pit. Nobody pit for inters because there was not enough rain for that. Everybody pit when we expected them to pit. No additional safety cars that caused issues. We had some like movements between Mercedes, McLaren, blah, blah, blah. Antonelli kept leading. There was no serious rain issues. That's that.
And the race was over.
And then the race was over. Like
this whole grid getting dusted by an 18-year-old.
Well, no, I think that last lap and Charles kind of his fuck up.
Oh, sorry, yes. The last lap was quite good. We had, I'm trying to remember who. Okay, so we had Leclerc, Piastri, Verstappen. They're all
Russell,
right? Mm-hmm. Russell catches Verstappen. Then he manages to make his yuk on
his what?
His yuk. He chases down Verstappen. He manages to chase down Leclerc. He, made his way to fourth. Love that for him. Leclerc somehow spun. Don't tell me why or how he spun. It's because he had some sort of issue. I did not see any reporting on what the issue exactly was, but he ends up getting a 5-second penalty for unnecessarily leaving the track. That to me is a crazy decision on the part of the FIA because it's leaving the track without a reason. You watch the video and it's abundantly clear why he left the track. It's because his car is fucked. And you literally see him turning his wheel all the way to the right and the car keeps going straight. And I'm like, okay, well, he tried not to leave the track. You can literally see that if his wheel had worked, he would have been on track. It's really not that difficult to understand exactly why he left the track. He got a penalty for it.
We all know that F1 stewards don't have good eyesight.
Like they stabbed him and then shot him.
Girl.
Like he got stabbed by his own. He accidentally, no, you know what it is? He accidentally shot himself in the foot and then someone came and stabbed him. Because it's like, oh, dang, I had a self-inflicted injury. Let me go to the hospital. Oh, you're supposed to help me out. Oh, you're going to get stabbed. Anyway, it makes no sense what I just said.
It does. It does. It's okay. Sure. We picked it up. You put it down, we picked it up. It's fine.
We picked it up. Anyway, the really important thing is that Antonelli won. Love that for the baby goat. He was baby goating.
Proud of him.
3 wins in a row.
I would say. He's pretty good.
3 wins in a row. Love that for him. We end up with him. And then Norris also got the podium. And Piastri got third.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we get Verstappen and Leclerc. Verstappen passes Leclerc at the last second, right before the finish line. And then they both get 5-second penalties, so it doesn't end up mattering that they each got a penalty because they did it together. So we love that for them. I guess the Lestappens are cheering.
Lestappen.
I'm not a Lestappen, so I don't get it. Oh my gosh,
we didn't even talk about the true star of the weekend, Leo Leclerc.
Yes. Leo Leclerc,
he was everywhere.
Burgeoning actor, burgeoning commercial star.
He's a boy, the bestest boy.
He was there. We love him. But yeah, it was something today for sure.
That's for damn sure. You can say that again.
Speaking of the results of this race, I have to talk about our draft.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is not going well for some of us. Some of us barely picked up any points this week. Some of us picked up some points. In first place, to I think nobody's shock and surprise, with 267 draft points.
Fuck off.
Is Bex.
Fuck off.
In second place with 127 draft points.
Fuck off.
Felicia. And in third place with 82 draft points is me.
Oh!
Okay. We're
sorry.
not looking good. I have a bad team. My team is bad.
I'm sorry. Wow.
My team is Lewis and midfielders. Like, my team is bad. I got a bad team.
Love you, baby girl.
It's okay. I can take our draft punishment. That's no sweat to me.
Oh my god, it's going by age though. We're in order.
Yay.
Shut up, Bex.
I don't really care.
It's our birth order.
Hey, I'm
happy
care. I'm winning.
Any other fun thoughts before I get into our quick fun pop culture segment?
Let's go pop culture.
Okay, ladies.
Por la cultura. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna stop.
Are you guys watching
For the culture.
Real Housewives of Rhode Island?
Girl, I turned on one episode and fell asleep. What is this about?
But he is ma.
Felicia, I'm telling you right now.
I started it, okay? At least I know it exists.
The next time you are bright-tailed and bushy-eyed, you need to sit down and watch Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Because I'm not even going to play with you. I don't love the Real Housewives format. Personally, just because I think that some franchises, some seasons are hot.
Yes.
Other times, I feel like I'm watching out of loyalty to my love of reality TV.
Yes,
this season, they did more in 2 premiere episodes than I have seen established franchises do in a season. They will say things. They will say things.
I fell asleep. What did I miss?
You miss so much. They will say things.
You know, a girl be tired. A girl be tired.
She do be. They will say things in confessional that in any other franchise would be a season-long arc of drama. And they just say it, and then they move on. They keep pushing. Because it's not important. We had one episode.
Me, Joe Ellen, you slept with your boss and his wife.
Sorry?
What do you mean, Alicia, you ran over a woman on the freeway? Joelle, what do you mean you married your sister's boyfriend? What is wrong with Kelsey? What do you mean you've met you have a part-time boyfriend?
We're gonna talk about this because we're gonna intro the cast to Felicia. And this is gonna be our pitch to you, Felicia, for why you need to watch.
Didn't you watch an episode?
No, she fell asleep. She fell asleep.
I fell asleep during the first episode.
So let's talk, Felicia, because we need to talk to you about why you should watch the Real Housewives of Rhode Island episode. Okay, we're gonna talk to you about that.
God.
First up on our cast, because I'm just gonna go through the cast. We have Ashley I. Now, some people.
She looks a little crazed in the eyes.
She is a little crazy. Some people, may know Ashley I from her stint on the Bachelor franchise. She was on The Bachelor as well as Bachelor in Paradise. She met her husband Jared on Bachelor in Paradise. They were one of the success stories of Bachelor in Paradise because they are married, they have children. They seem very in love. Honestly, Ashley I's thing is that she cries all the time.
God.
Ashley I is a crier. She is one of the women I have seen cry the most per episode in reality television.
Per episode?
I want to say that back in the Bachelor era, she might have cried every 2 episodes.
No. She
cries a lot.
I hate the excessive crying. What are you crying
she cries
for?
Now, she has her husband Jared. Their main plot line this season is that Jared owns a non-successful coffee shop.
Coffee house and lounge.
Yes. Now, mind you, her and Jared are both Bachelor people, so Jared could just be an influencer. There's a lot of money to be made being a successful output of The Bachelor. One, the Bachelor franchise will parade you everywhere because, as everybody knows about The Bachelor, it's not a very successful franchise for long-lasting relationships. If you have a long-lasting relationship from The Bachelor, they will put you everywhere. They will drag you to every event because they'll be like, see, it works. Because you're one of the 5 examples of it working. Well, right?
In how many seasons?
Girl, what? We're on like the 20th something season of
The Bachelor. That's not including The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
That thing been running longer than Law and Order. Go ahead.
Not quite.
Law and Order saw through 9/11. Girl, Law and Order's been here a while.
Sarcastic.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I'm being sarcastic.
Their main plot is that one, Ashley I is not from Rhode Island, and 2, her husband has a failing coffee shop. They're supposed to be, in my opinion, like the normie stand-in on the cast.
Like the stand-in.
Like the audience stand-in is supposed to be like, wow, Rhode Island people are weird.
And I think also, too, we're supposed to be like, she is basically the audience in the group, if that makes sense. Because she doesn't know the people, she doesn't know Rhode Island, she doesn't know the people, so like,
it's
she'll
like
ask
she's
questions
the
like,
entry into...
Yeah.
Yes. Because for context, the rest of these women are from... Rosie's not from Rhode Island, but she has been here a while.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody but Ashley and Rosie is born and bred Rhode Island. They're from Rhode Island. They bleed Rhode Island. They've all known each other since they were fetuses in the womb. And my brother patrons this guy's pizza shop, and that guy patrons my jewelry shop. They all know each other.
I think Rula is also one that is not from Rhode Island, but her husband is.
Yes.
And so is Ashley's husband as well.
Yes, Ashley's husband Jared is from Rhode Island. Next up, and I'm just gonna give us a little zoom out.
Why does she look familiar?
She's
you've
not.
probably seen her on socials.
She's giving you IG model. That's why.
That's true. This is Kelsey. Now, Miss Kelsey is Miss Rhode Island 2017. She is, and I'm going to talk about Kelsey in the terms that I understand. Kelsey does not have the language for her actual relationship because she is a born and bred Rhode Islander, so she doesn't actually have the good language for exactly what's going on. Kelsey is in a polyamorous relationship with her boyfriend, who maybe has a wife, who spends 6 months of the year in Miami and 6 months of the year in Rhode Island.
I did see her. I saw her. Okay. That's why she was familiar, because I did see her.
Here is the thing about Kelsey. Kelsey will admit all the live long day on camera and to the people she actually likes on the cast that her boyfriend has 2 girlfriends. She's known that since she started dating him 10 years ago. If you bring up...
That's crazy.
Yes. If you bring up that she is in a polyamorous relationship, then she's like, why are you talking about relationship? And I'm like, but that's just...
But you are.
That's just a fact. And that's okay.
A textbook polyamorous relationship. You said your man has 2 girlfriends.
Yes. That is A-okay. She also has another boyfriend, but like, in my opinion, I don't really think she's actually into him. I don't think she's actually into him. You'll see. You'll understand when you watch the clips of the 2 of them that I'm like, I don't know if you actually are into this guy, or if you wanted to flex your freedom a little bit, which I think you should do. But I think you wanted to flex your freedom a little bit of like, I also can do what I want, which again, you should do. Now, here's the other problem with Kelsey, and I think it actually has an issue to do with the rest of the cast. The rest of the cast is split into 2 groups of people, with Ashley I kind of falling in like a I don't give a fuck about this situation group. There is one part of the group, Rosie, who dislikes Kelsey and therefore makes a lot of comments about Kelsey's polyamorous relationship in a very like, why would you ever want to do this way?
Does she dislike Kelsey for legitimate reasons, or...
They're both a little bit annoying.
Okay.
They're both not big dogs. And you know how on a Real Housewives franchise, when you're the people fighting for like the scraps, you don't really need a good reason to dislike each other. You'll fight over anything for screen time.
I'm not gonna lie, it's giving Candace and Monique a little bit.
Who's Monique? Who's Candace?
Real Housewives.
Who in this situation is Candace? Who's Monique?
Girl, I was. I don't know. I can't place, but
you thought I was.
But basically, it's giving like their beef isn't, they don't really have a substantial beef. They're just arguing versus people
because Cambodia was being pissy because Monique went to sleep.
At this point, their beef is about the fact that they have beef. At this point.
That's absurd.
Right? Like, their beef is about the fact that they don't like each other. If you ask them why don't they like each other, they'll come up with reasons, but all their reasons are like, this is not a reason to dislike a person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, here's the problem, is we have two groups. Rosie, who doesn't like Kelsey, and therefore doesn't like anything Kelsey does. And then the women who are supportive of Kelsey and whatever she has going on in her dating life, but they're supportive for the wrong reasons. The women on the cast are not supportive because they believe in the validity of polyamory, and they think it's like a legitimate relationship structure to have. They are supportive because they think all men cheat, fundamentally because they're men. And so they're like, oh, so like if you're fine with this, then that doesn't matter because all men cheat, at least he's telling you. Right? And it's like, or you could like respect, but the problem is Kelsey doesn't even fully like sit in the fact that she's opting to be in a polyamorous relationship. So I don't really blame the other women for also not grappling with that. That's besides the point. I'll leave some intrigue. Her story gets a little mixy.
Can I mention it?
Yeah, of course.
Who her boyfriend is, or her? I don't know if y'all have you ever seen.
I saw the latest episode, so I know what happens, but obviously Felicia doesn't.
No, I'm not talking about the latest episode. I'm talking about who he is. So have you ever seen those like traffic tickets in Rhode Island, and there's like a really nice judge who, like, you tell him your sob story, he'll be like, oh
yeah, the old man?
It's his son, that's who she's dating.
Love that judge.
He's dead.
He's so sweet.
He's
when
dead.
He died? When did he die?
Like a year ago. But yeah,
I knew I hadn't been seeing him anymore.
He's like a well-known judge in Rhode Island, and he's been a judge in Rhode Island for like years, for decades. And it's one of his sons. He has like a whole bunch of kids, but it's one of his sons. That's who like the older, potentially married man is. They won't say his name. That's the judge. She's potentially dating John Caprio, supposedly, allegedly, whatever.
Well,
anyway, next.
I don't blame him for not wanting to say that he's dating a real housewife.
Also, for context, she lives alone for 6 months of the year in like a 16,000 foot square home. Everything. She's got it all. Yeah, she's making her money from her man.
When they showed her in the living room just sitting there on that big ass couch by herself, I said, "Oh, homegirl is lonely." They don't even have her actual age; they just say early 30s.
Well, she's 29.
Oh,
she might. Well. Okay, that's the other thing that confused me. She's been with her boyfriend for 10 years. She was 19 when she met her boyfriend, but then she says, "I'm in my early 30s." But then I think later she says she's 29. So I
think that when they started dating is a little iffy, and that's why ages are moving.
Her age keeps bouncing around.
Because it's definitively 10 years. People can probably tell. People can probably mark it, but her age, she's kind of like fudging a little bit.
So that's very interesting.
A little less creepy.
Yeah, that's very interesting to me, but
it doesn't.
It really doesn't. Next up, oh Lord.
Oh,
But we
gotta make Rula quick because it's just too long for her.
So Rula, we'll give you the TLDR. She's a girl boss. She's a boss babe. Except her husband was caught fucking around on her, cheating on her with a woman who was posting him on her Instagram. Another one of the housewives gave her this info. And she denies that her husband is currently having an affair. She's like, that's in the past.
Wait, on this show? On this show?
On the show. We have the pictures from the Instagram. Right? So one of the housewives brings it to her. She's like, he's cheating on you. Blah, 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 blah. She's like, we've moved past that. He's no longer cheating on me. That same housewife is like, well, that's crazy. Because my kids go to the daycare that the mistress's kids go to.
Oh, of course.
And she's shown me texts. She fucking is sucking your man every morning. He goes over there every morning to bring her a coffee and get his dick sucked. Da, 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 da. He's still fucking... the mistress is still posting pictures of him on her Instagram. And recently, he sued the mistress for breaking her NDA.
What?
Yes. Yes. Felicia, you need to go watch. That's all I'm going to say about Rula. My God.
My lord.
We have Joe Ellen. All you really
the fucker.
All you really need to know about Joe Ellen is that, in relevance to getting you to go watch, is she's the one who brought Rula the tea on her husband. So Rula doesn't like her because she brought her the tea on the.
Ooh la la.
That should be the one that you do like, because
No, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Joe Ellen.
Here's my problem.
No?
Here's my problem.
Mm-mm.
I am neutral on Joe Ellen. Here's the reason why. Real Housewives needs a Joe Ellen character
Yes,
who
I
doesn't
do.
let things go, but not in the way that like some do where they keep dragging it. Joe Ellen brings new things to keep dragging it with, where Joe Ellen's not bringing up the same old pictures. Joe Ellen's like, I am being sent pictures of your husband fucking the mistress, basically. Here's the picture of your husband fucking the mistress. And she goes, no. And Joe Ellen's like, okay, well, here's this video from today. No, well, here's the text messages between you and the
for me. I feel like she's dragging it. I'm like, the woman doesn't want to know. Let it alone.
No, she's dragging it. She is dragging it. But here's the reason why I will forgive her for dragging it. Is because we have footage of Rula on camera to Joe Ellen saying, if you have proof that Brian is still dealing with this woman, I would like you to come tell me.
Oh, yep, that's where she fucked
Joe
up.
Ellen gets a picture of the mistress in Brian's car.
That's where
she doesn't even go tell Rula because she knows Rula don't want to hear it. She tells Liz and goes, I don't know if I should tell Rula. And Liz tells Rula. So that's why for me, I'm like, I'll forgive Joe Ellen because on one hand, should Joe Ellen have the sight to go, at this point, you don't want to know that your husband's cheating on you? I'm going to let that man cheat in peace? Of course she should. However, if you keep telling me, if you see anything, please bring it to me. If you're Joe Ellen, you're going to be like, maybe I just haven't brought her enough. Like, maybe she just needs more than what I've done. So I can get it from Joe Ellen's perspective that you're like, but she told me she wants to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit on pictures of her, of the mistress with the husband. And then when they eventually get divorced, be
why
like,
is she always getting it? Where's she getting it from?
Go to daycare with the mistress's kids, and she runs in the same circles as the mistress.
So, okay.
So again, she has friends who text her.
Why is Joe Ellen getting all this information?
Okay, I think one, Rhode Island's very small, and their specific community in Rhode Island, when you watch, you'll see that's a very small group of people. And so Joe Ellen was like, my kids and the mistress's kids go to the same daycare. So I'm already in contact with the mistress because we run into each other at daycare pickup. She has
They're friendly enough for you to be getting text messages?
Well, the mistress, here's what I will give Joe Ellen and Rula and Brian, Rula's husband. The mistress is crazy. Let's not let it go. She's a crazy bitch. So I would not put it past her to be like, I know that Joe Ellen and Rula are filming a show together. I'm going to show Rula these text messages, right?
She's seeking her out.
She's crazy. So I'll give them that. But also Joe Ellen points out, which I think is a valid point, which is all the other women from the daycare are also friends with the mistress. So the other women are also not on the show, but the other women at the daycare are texting Joe Ellen, being like, da-da-da-da just told me she's gonna go meet up with Brian. Da-da-da. Like, she's getting fed all this stuff. So I can understand the like two sides of, on one hand, Rula is telling me to tell her, and on the other hand, it only takes a little bit of thought to go, no matter how much Rula tells me to tell her, she doesn't actually want me to tell her.
No, she doesn't. So
I personally, at this point, I would have just been screenshotting and sitting on it, and I would have told the other housewives. I would have gone to. I actually would have done exactly what Joe Ellen does in the episode that she does it in, which is I would have gone to Liz. I would have gone to Liz and go, listen, I tried telling Rula, this is the picture of the mistress in his car. What do you think we should do? And let Liz be the one to go, we need to go talk to Liz.
Is Liz the big kahuna?
We'll get to Liz. Liz is Big Mama.
the grand dame.
She is the grand dame of the show. Except, you know what she does good that Karen doesn't do well?
Not get arrested.
Liz, well, yes. Liz is the
For
grand,
now.
right? Mm-hmm. Karen would constantly be the grand dame and also feel a need to remind you she's the grand dame. Liz is just that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
These bitches don't step to Liz because Liz just is that girl.
I don't know. It looks like the tides might be turning. It looks like the tides might be turning on Liz.
The tides are definitely turning, but Liz just is top dog. She's the oldest. She's the most connected, so it makes sense.
Everyone in Rhode Island knows Liz.
Yes,
she's the Lisa Vanderpump.
Do you know what?
Or actually, the Kyle
I actually think there's somebody else who might be a little bit more of a top dog, but they're a little bit more reserved with their top dogness.
We'll talk about it. We have Rosie. I don't give a fuck about Rosie. The tea on Rosie.
I don't mind Rosie.
She's whatever. The tea about Rosie. She was a news reporter. She left her job, or maybe fucked her boss and got fired. We don't know. We'll see. Also, her husband is a Frank Sinatra singer. He does not like to be referred to as a Frank Sinatra impersonator.
Okay.
That's the other thing.
Okay.
Big Daddy Liz, Big Dog Liz, besties with Dolores from New Jersey. Okay. She has a weed business.
Love that.
She sells weed. Then we have Alicia.
There's my girl. There's my girl. My fave.
Now let's just give you the rundown on the tea on Alicia.
She gonna cuss you out.
In this clip, she's saying, "Welcome to Rhode Island, bitch." So she's tea.
Okay. I'll take that.
Alicia has been engaged for 9 years.
Nope.
To her husband, not her husband, her fiance, Billy. They have a child together, who was also 8 years old, 9 years old, something like that. They have a husband together. So they have a child together with her fiance. Her, honestly, story arc appears to be issues with her husband because she has no financial freedom from her husband. Her husband's name's on everything. He makes all the money, even though she helps him with the business and the home and da-da-da-da.
No, ma'am.
That's their whole arc. It's bad.
Get up out of there. Go on and get up out of there, baby girl.
We all know it's bad. Bex, talk to us about why you love Alicia.
Alicia, because I think Alicia is... So, Alicia gives... Like, everyone knows Alicia.
Yes.
Like, everyone
knows
Alicia.
Everyone literally knows everybody. Like, Alicia was talking about the fact that Brian actually cheated on her Spanish teacher with Rula. She knows everybody.
She knows everybody and knows everything. Her family, I think I don't remember the names of the city, like Providence, and I forgot the other name.
Yes, her family is in charge of a lot of, they had a really notable bakery. Like, I have heard of this bakery before that they have in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Because it's very iconic for the area.
I saw a
Superior
video
bakery or something like that. Something like that.
I don't. It's not coming to me. But I remember I saw a video of them, and they're like, "Oh, what's one thing people don't know about you?" And they're like, and Alicia was like, she wanted basically the interview to ask all the cast members who was the most popular in high school. The way they all knew was Alicia, I was like, why is that something that is still important to y'all in your 50s?
They're all still there.
Because they're all still there. And I think that there's Alicia is actually, I would say, friendly or friends with everyone in the group.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Everyone does give Alicia a level of respect that I think Liz gets, but I think Liz is a little bit more so out of fear.
Liz is big mama. Alicia is well liked and integrated.
And she's well integrated.
Is she the other one who you're saying is like big dog but quiet?
I personally feel like Alicia's technically big dog.
She's also the one who hit a woman with her car on the freeway.
Yeah.
That one.
And whose family lives 15 minutes away, and they
said they have to pack a lunch to get to her.
to get
she
to
lives
her.
So far away.
She lives 20 minutes. Rhode Island is literally this big. Like, you can drive one end to Rhode Island to another in an hour. But they said homegirl moved 15 minutes away and it's too far. And that's also why I shouldn't like to drive on the highway, because they don't really need to go on the highway in Rhode Island. Alicia gives energy that, to me, she is the one people kind of... I would say Liz feels like the bodyguard, and Alicia feels like sort of like Rhode Island royalty in a way that Liz isn't quite giving. Even though I would say you could technically argue they're equal. They know they've been around. They both born and bred Rhode Island. They all know the same people.
Two sides of the same coin.
But Liz gives me a little bit. She's a bit messy. Because I think everyone goes to her with the tea, and so they always look at her like, "Hey, handle this. Hey, go talk to Arula. Hey,
which naturally
go fix
puts
it."
you in like a mixed situation.
Alicia kind of knows everyone's tea, knows what's going on, but doesn't really have to sit back and do anything. She kind of watches, interjects, throws her little 2 cents in, her little comments, and keeps it pushing. No one really ends up mad at Alicia. I mean,
Alicia literally on camera goes, welcome to Rhode Island, bitch. And then 5 minutes later is like, I forgive you. I was doing a lot. And the girl's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like no one really stays mad at Alicia. She's
that bitch.
I feel like she is.
Well,
Liv is that bitch too, though. It's kind of weird. And
you can have 2 bad bitches in one group. You can.
Because do you know what? Let's see. Liz. No, I was gonna try and compare them to Karen and Giselle, but I don't think those are equal comparison.
Problem also is I think that because we're so early, it is difficult for me to compare them to any of the other like top dog duos across franchises. Because in most of those top dog duos, I dislike at least one of them.
Do you know who
on Rhode Island? I love Liz and Alicia. I quite like both of them. I think they're both really likable people. And I don't think we've had a franchise where the top dog is also likable.
And we're only and I will say we're only 5 episodes in.
So they could do some crazy shit.
Yeah. But do you know who they're kind of reminding me of a little bit? Did y'all watch early, like, season 1 Roni?
No.
Oh, I
did. They're giving me Bethany and Jill Zarin a little bit.
That's valid. That's valid. I support
it. Is that the whole cast?
Yeah, it was the whole cast.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you need to go watch this.
Apparently.
It's very good.
Apparently.
It's very good. Text me your thoughts. Listeners, maybe we'll share our thoughts once Felicia gets caught up. Maybe that'll be our pop culture segment come the next time we chat.
No, because next time you're going to have a whole nother show that I've never even heard about. You're going to tell me DILF Dynasty's coming out. I don't know.
I pray. Every day I hope DILF Dynasty comes out.
One could only hope.
I wish DILF Dynasty would come out. Listeners and viewers, please rate, review, subscribe. Check out our podcast on any podcast streaming site. Check out our videos on YouTube. Check out our Instagram, our TikTok. Email us at 3girls1track@gmail. Felicia, don't make that face. You better get to posting. Check us out everywhere that you can find us.
Said nothing.
Check us out everywhere that you can find us. We will be back at our next race. You may get some bonus content. We'll see how our weeks turn out.
See y'all in Canada.
Listeners, thank you.
Peace.
Bye, listeners.
Bye-bye.